Welcome to STIA1123 Programming 2. Today I would like to talk about inheritance and how you can use inheritance in your programming. So I would like to start with basic Java programming application project. So we give it a name, project name inheritance example. So here you will be given with your main method, and of course you need to create additional 2 classes to demonstrate how inheritance works in Java programming. So I'm going to start with a parent class. Or we give it a name parent class. Alright, so this is just a simple class with no class member. So I'm going to create another Java class called child class. Alright, so now we have our child class and parent class in this project example. So normally what would you do for creating an object, either for parent class equal new parent class, okay, you get your object PC, or you can also create for child class equal new child class. Alright, so this is just like any normal class. Of course we didn't have any class member, so there's no operation can be done through both objects. So now what I would like to do is to extend the child class to the parent class by using a simple keyword called extend to the parent class. Now what happened is that this child class extend its behavior to parent class and extend to whatever the parent class data member contain can be accessed by child class. So for example, in the parent class we use one data member integer a. Okay, just a simple integer a data member. So here we can use that data member in a method. So for example, create a method inside here, void get value. So if I would like to call a from here, I can just use a equal 5. So you can see that the value of a, even though we didn't declare in this class, can be used in the child class, because the value of the variable a is already been defined in parent class. Alright, also the same if we declare any method in the parent class. So void get or give it this method. Alright, so this method also accessible from the child class, this method. Okay, so whenever we extend to the parent class, whatever the parent class contain with the default modifier or public modifier can be accessed by its child. So if I remove extend, you can see that both data member of its parent of the parent class can no longer be accessed from child class. So as simple as when we extend child class to a parent class, all the data member from the parent class can be inherited. Thus the concept of inheritance has been demonstrated through this example. So when we extend to parent class, we can use this method and also integer variable a. So let us try to demonstrate a simple example from here. So if I create a child class object, child class, and we call get value, system.out.println value of a from parent plus a. So from the main method we call get value method. So if you run this project, you will get value of a from parent is 5. So that basically describes in an essence how inheritance works. Alright, so let me show more advanced features that are available in inheritance with the use of keyword super. So let me clear this first, and also with the parent class. So in this example, I'm going to use a full features of how normal class will be presented. So normally we have your variable in the parent class declared set as private. So let's say private integer a, and also another one we call it a and b, and we're going to have a constructor, parent class constructor, and I'm going to use integer c, integer d for the constructor parameter, and then we're going to have setter method, set A, and this dot A equal E, this referring to the parent class, or you can also use A equal E, means that whenever we set the value of A with the integer E provided, we will assign the value A to E, since the class cannot access the value, the child class cannot access private member of parent class. And also we have public void set B, give it E of integer F, so setter method for B, this dot B equal F. And then getter method, public integer get A, return this dot A, and public integer get B, return this dot B. So we have our constructor. So this is unfinished constructor, so we need to preset C, this dot B equal to D. Okay, so remember, whenever we use a constructor, normally we use it for initialization of value. So whenever we create object or we extend the object, we can use later the class super to assign with the value. Alright, so for parent class A contain variable A and B, with constructor, two setter method and two getter method. For class B, so whenever we extend to a parent class, you can see that since it uses a constructor, so we need to create a constructor for child class. So for the child class, let's say we create another class member, we give it G, so private integer G, so whenever we create object of child class, we need to assign two value so that we can give it this value back to the user. And we have another variable G, any variable will do, and then we need to set G equal to F. Alright, so for this we need to have the setter and getter method for G. So set G with integer anyway, any variable name will do. So this dot G equal H, and setter method for public void, public return integer get G, return this dot G. Okay, .g. So what you have in child class is that a new data member, integer g, so it is only recognized in this class only and only available here. However, child class also need another two variable c and d. So this c and d can only be in C, so in parent class here. It's only here, okay, but which is defined by a and b. Okay, so this is just a passing parameter. So the value of a and b is available here. So a and b and g is basically the data member for child class, where we extend to a parent class. Remember, this is data member. This is all passing parameter. This is all passing parameter. You don't get confused with the passing parameter and also with the data member. This is data member, and this is the method, the constructor, where you reset the where you set the value, and you have your setter method and your getter method. Also the same with parent class. And for parent class, you have a and b as its data member, and these are all passing parameter just to set the value whenever we create the class. So from our main method, when we call, we can create class out, we can create object out of parent class, because it is a class on its own. So it didn't mean anything, it's just a simple class. However, when we create a child class, cc new child class, it needed this three variable, okay, this three integer parameter, where it came from this constructor, because this constructor needed three parameter. Thus we need to provide these three parameters. So for these three parameter, let me put form 5 6 represent for the variable data member a, b and g. A, b and g. Then cc, if we get g, means that we just want to get g. We get g from the get method g. However, you can also call, let's say, system.out.println value of a from the object cc. So remember, value of a is only available from its parent class a and b. So if I would like to print out the value of a, I can just call cc get a. Alright, cc get a. Remember, there's no get a method here. Get a method only available in its parent class. Since you are able to we extend to its parent class, we were able to access get a. Right? Say the same with the rest. Value of b get b, and the last one value of g. So this one we get it from its own method. So you can see the value of a, the value of b and value of c as indicated by these three value defined here, 4, 5 and 6. And this basically describe how inheritance works. So you can basically apply to any is a relationship. Child is a parent class. Okay, is a relationship means that we just extend the keyword from its child to the parent, and whatever data member in the parent class that with that is not private can be accessed by child class. Alright, so that is how inheritance works in Java programming. Thank you.